A lot of unknowns, of course, from the track. Not having raced with this new generation of cars, so I think FP1, of course, again, is going to be very important to get hopefully quickly in a good rhythm, and honestly, just work from there. See what you get. I do think that the new sprint format is better. It gives you also more opportunity to still work on the car. It seems all a bit more logic, I would say, and I think that's what we needed.
I think it's going to be a very interesting weekend overall because, not having done any practice here before, we all the teams coming pretty blind, so it will be interesting to see where the asphalt is, where the grip level are, and I think we will go from there.
I think the level of confidence is quite stable since the beginning of the season. On paper, I think it's a track where we could be a bit stronger compared to Suzuka, but we'll just approach it the same way. I still think that Red Bull will have the upper hand this weekend, and we'll just have to focus on ourselves because it can be very easy, as we've seen, especially in qualifying in Suzuka. I didn't do a good job the Saturday, and then you don't go from 4th to 5th, but you go from 4th to 8th, and so it's going to be very important, especially on sprint weekend. We've got 2 qualifying this weekend to extract the maximum out of the car.
There is nothing in particular in the car that I like or dislike, apart from a more stable platform that just gives you less bad moments during the lap. It gives you less scares. Last year during a qualifying lap or during a race, we would have a lot of big moments, that we didn't understand where they were coming from, and it was taking away confidence in general.
Yeah, we've been happy with how the season started. I think we're in a good qualifying battle with, Aston, Mercedes is very close, and even last weekend ahead of Ferrari. But I think the order is still clear, and I think in the racing we've done a good job. Not as good as Red Bull, but and Ferrari, but ahead of Aston and Mercedes. So I think we're in a good spot. This wasn't a great circuit for us in 2019, but many things have changed since then. So I'm still optimistic we can have a good weekend.
We've not been great in slow corners for a while, and there's a lot of slow corners here. So, our strengths are kind of the high-speed stuff. There's not really any high-speed corners here. There's 7 and 8, but that's about it. So we'll see. When we say we'll struggle, I think it's been very close between sort of us, Mercedes, Aston. We've gotten close-ish to Ferrari a couple of times, but we might just slip a little bit further back in that this weekend.
I think it's always very important to look at yourself first before anybody else. I think we've all got to focus on our own areas, and we are the drivers. Our job is to drive the car as fast as possible, but also help direct the team forward in the developments that we want from the race car. So we're spending a lot of time on the simulator trying to find out what it was from the previous weekend we could have done better, what it is moving forward we need to be doing with the car, and what it is sort of mid to longer term that needs to be changed.
It's never an easy time when you have to make some decisions, especially right now for me it's probably my last contract. So I wanted to make sure that it was the right decision, first of all to keep racing in Formula 1 and to have the strength and the motivation to keep racing for a few more years from my side, and then after that just making sure that the team has the targets and the goals for the next few years to be ambitious and to try to keep getting better and better. So it was, I think, a very happy decision for me. I'm obviously extremely proud to represent Aston Martin for the next few years. We started the journey last year and in a very good way, and we keep on working. So extremely proud, happy, and let's see what we can do.
I think over time you understand how to manage your time and your energy and your recovery, and just realizing that every day is a new day and you get up and try your best. If you're someone that's, like when we're training as athletes, for example, so if you're like running 40, 50 miles a week, if you was to do 100 miles a week, doesn't mean you're going to win a race. So it's really more about where you put your energy into. It's the communication with the team, as George mentioned, is continuing to try to leave no stone unturned. And me personally, it's something I'm thinking about all the time.